Kristen Keith in Waco, Texas, outside of Baylor Sciences building, where two professors developed methods to analyze the impact of pollutants and chemicals on the ocean's ecosystem by using whale earwax.
So these organisms are representative of the whole ecosystem. They're large, just big lipophiles, meaning they have a lot of fat on them. And fat stores a lot of chemicals. And because they migrate from the Arctic to the Antarctic, depending on the species, and along coastal zones primarily, they pick up everything. They're great sponges for the environment. So they pick it up, we see this signal in their earplug, and this gives us a great idea what's going on in the environment.
So we want to know concepts like when we release a chemical in the environment, how long does it take to impact this ecosystem? And what is the response of that ecosystem to that level of contamination? The ability to reconstruct contaminant profiles allows us to address this.
So you would think that with all of the knowledge and the biology that's been performed on these large mammals like whales, we would know age at first reproduction, sexual maturity, reproduction rates, but we don't have a good handle on this yet. With this technique, we're able to see the chemical signals of sexual maturity, reproductive rates, and questions that managers have really not known for 100 years. This is giving us the basic information on the animal, basic information about the environment, and we combine all of this, it gives us a great amount of information about our ecosystem.
The data that's being pulled from this research helps show the effects human behavior has on the environment and potentially provides a reason for change.
So the goal is to assess our impact on the environment. If we know that activities are impacting these animals negatively, then obviously we want to point this out to the various agencies and give them this information so they have the tool.
Our goal as scientists is really to be able to provide data and allow decision makers and policymakers to change their activity corresponding to that data. So our goal is to really provide them with new data that they've never had access before, that they've been wanting or desired in the past. And so this gives us an opportunity to really impact how we think about these marine systems and our activities and their responses to them.
Dr. Trumbull and Yusenko's work has interested scientists from all over the world, but it's the students at Baylor University who have a chance to get hands-on with this groundbreaking research.
What we're doing is pretty cutting edge, and this is it's a great atmosphere for students, and it's not, part of it's not extremely high tech, so students can come in on the ground floor, even as an undergrad, and get right in and do some hands-on work with what we're doing. Whether it's out in the field, doing necropsies on large animals, to all the way doing the mass spec work in the lab. So it kind of runs the gamut.
The professors hope that their research gets kids excited about STEM education and the sciences.
It's exciting, it's new, it's really interesting, and the general response from the public has been, that's cool, that's what science should be. And so getting that next generation of kids interested in science and being able to solve future problems is really the key to success.
We really need to promote science and engineering to the up-and-coming scientists. And without this type of atmosphere to bring students in to get them excited, because that's all it's about. It's about getting students excited about the science. And if they're excited, and they're just going to keep going. If they're not excited, then it's hard to bring them on later. By the time you're finishing up undergrad school and you're going to grad school, it's too late.
I would say to all the young scientists that are interested in a STEM program that the future is extremely open here, and there's an opportunity to see the world and to really make a difference. And if you love research and you love science and you're always interested about how things work and why they work, I think we should encourage our kids to think about STEM and STEM programs.
Another major draw to the science programs offered at Baylor is the Christian background that the university was founded upon.
I think that's the take-home message with Baylor, that it's combining both the Christian mission with a strong research goal. And Baylor's been making great strides to improve that and wanting to be one of the world's leaders when it comes to Christian research universities.
In Waco, Kristen Keith, Big 12 Digital Network.